It's the Trouble Notes here on WNCW. You mentioned North America when you were here then, but now you're going to South America.
We're going to take you to South America. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and in particular, we'll go to Mexico, still North America. And
yes.
Yeah. And this song was written actually in part for Rod Gab. So there's some elements within it that you'll hear, some of the chord structures and some of the things from Rodrigo and Gabriela that it's about a particular friend of ours, but Rod Gab has their fingerprints all over this one. So we wrote it not long after we played with them. So it's called Mayahuel.
Fun with the treble notes here on WNCW. It's a power trio here. And what was the name of that?
That one's called Mayahuel. Mayahuel is an Aztec goddess, actually, and she's the Aztec goddess that represents maternity and fertility, and she manifests herself in the agave plant. So technically, when you drink mezcal, you are imbibing the spirit of the goddess.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel that sometimes.
So
if
you talk to
it's a
God.
really good mezcal.
If it's a really good mezcal, you know,
Yeah.
and you drink a lot of it, you'll talk to God. That's
All
the
right.
point, yeah.
Okay. Cool. It's as if he's learned from experience this factoid.
Well, the song didn't write itself.
The song didn't write itself, as they say. The muse intervened
Yeah,
at
that's
some
right.
point. That's Bennett Servin, the violinist, speaking there, and Florian Eisenschmidt. Wow, great solo on that one.
Appreciate it.
And I'm glad you gave the intro that that was kind of inspired by Rodrigo Gabriela, the two amazing guitarists from Mexico. And I heard a couple of licks that kind of reminded me of them. There was just a few in there. Yeah, that, and another one or two. And who else, Florian, have you been inspired by as guitarists?
Oh, I'm an indie kid. Like I grew up listening to mostly just punk. So for 10 years, I basically didn't learn much on the guitar. Just playing Nirvana songs and underground punk rock, 4 chords. That's my stuff. Then I don't know. It's a lot of like, I think a big influence would be John Frusciante probably, like Chili Peppers guitarist. I'm a big fan. That's like, yeah, because I started playing electric guitar. This is all thanks to Bennett.
Okay.
So it's like you got to play acoustic guitar when you want to play with my band, and then
So he was
I don't
playing
know if I said
electric.
it like that.
Yeah,
I
mean-
didn't say it like that.
Probably
he
not.
didn't. He was much nicer back then.
Diplomatic, I guess. But you were basically an electric player.
Yes,
and then
yes. And he didn't
in-
know I was playing guitar, so he's like, "Oh, you can actually play guitar." And then they were in need of a guitarist, and I was a fan before I joined. Was a huge fan of the band.
Yeah, so Flo
It's like a dream come
recorded us in a studio,
Yeah.
and
Years ago.
and we had another guitarist back then, and then he got married and moved to Italy, and we didn't know what to do, and he was just kind of like, "Well, I
I
play
was just waiting
guitar."
for it. Like,
Right.
Yeah,
And
he
I
called
was-
me in the middle of the night once. He's like, "Yeah, how do you feel about that?" And then it didn't happen for half a year. And then around Christmas, he was like, "Come to my place. We got to talk." And then he's like, "If you want to play acoustic guitar, there's a spot for you in this band."
Man, I guess it acoustic came pretty easily to you because you do it rather effortlessly.
I mean, again, thanks to the guys. Who
Uh-huh.
said, like, if you want to learn some techniques, like this is like what you can look at. And then like, oh, cool, because I didn't play any of this stuff
Wow.
before.
Mhm.
None of that.
The percussive.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even know it existed.
Gabby, man.
Yeah.
Gabriella has all sorts of awesome videos on the internet.
Yeah, you can
If
just
you ever want
Yes.
to learn, you just type in Gabriella, you know, and like some of her techniques, and she shows you how to do everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fantastic. And there's all
Great.
these fans that do then again more tutorials, and you get like this huge pool of this guitarist that can give you all the information you need.
Cool. Good. Well, you're a fast learner, I bet.
Well,
You learned by osmosis.
I mean, I've been in the band for almost 10 years.
Yeah,
now, so like,
right.
I had time to practice.
Yeah,
we
that's
played a
true.
lot, man.
Uh-huh.
That Malcolm Gladwell 10,000 hours thing, I think we hit that at some point. Yeah.
Good,
I don't
good.
know when, but we did it.
Busking and rehearsing and then on stage.
Well, busking is all rehearsing, I would almost say.
Uh-huh.
Almost, yeah.
We
'Cause
called
did
it-
it so we did it so
We called it the ATM for a long time. You know, it was like, hey, we got to go get some food. We just go to the ATM, go to the corner, play
I.e.
3
a street
songs,
corner
and
on
then-
a
yeah.
sidewalk
Keep up
corner.
money. And
Yeah,
then
that was it.
that's
Okay. Well, I'm glad it paid off, at least for a few meals here and there, and get you where you are now. I also want to say, Flo, that you said, like, okay, you were into punk music for a good long time, so you weren't really learning guitar. But I don't know, I've seen some of your videos where you're just going at it on the rhythm guitar
Yeah,
while
I-
Bennett does the solo on the violin.
That's my
and
my
that
style.
is really important, though, to the band, right? Just as, you know, obviously,
Absolutely.
you know, what you do, Julian, is so important, critical
Yeah.
on percussion.
But he makes my job a bit easier. So I
Does
can
he?
just take a break when he's going nuts on the guitar.
Yes, yes, and you know that by listening to punk music, you really get to know the rhythm of the intensity
Yeah.
that a rhythm guitarist needs to do to keep things going.
Also, how you can play after a heavy night. That's what you also learn from that.
Okay, good skills. We're learning things here.
I mean, working a lot heavy. That's what I mean. Come on.